Let's begin. Good evening! Did you have a pleasant sleep? Well, I'm happy to hear it. It's hard to get a safe day's sleep as a vampire. It's something I'm proud to be able to provide for my patrons. You said you were only going to stay one day, right? Are you sure you don't want to stay a few more? Let yourself be really well rested before the journey? Ooh, a vampire on a mission, eh? We'll say no more. Anyway, how about some breakfast? We have the same options of human and animal blood as yesterday, aside from one small addition. It's a special concoction I called Ichor. The particular ingredients are a trade secret, but let it suffice to say that it's a mix of blood from several special magical creatures. I only serve it at breakfast, partly because I don't have much of it at one time, and partially because, well, why don't you try some on the house? Every vampire ought to taste Ichor at least once in their life. Didn't think blood could have a kick, did you? Yeah, it'll wake you right up. You're gonna be full of energy today. Can't drink too much of this, or your heart may start beating again. So, you are on a personal quest, hey? I won't pry into the particulars, but what direction is it taking you in? I have traveled all over. I know all the best roads for vampires to use. Well, that is a pickle then, isn't it? You know what you're looking for, but not where. Any leads at all? Well, I can give you some options. If you don't know where to find something, I'd head to Heron's Mouth up north. It's a seaside city. It has a reputation for attracting the rarest items in the world. The best part is, even if what you're looking for isn't there, there is likely someone who knows where it is. The city draws collectors and researchers, so you can find experts on just about anything. To get there, you want to head to the coast. The marshes lead to it. You just head west. There's a fantastic road for vampires there. It goes under some cliffs. The ocean carved out some of the bottom, so there's a nice long stretch of stone shelf overhead, so you can follow just to keep you out of sight and out of the sun. Plenty of sea caves to sleep in. It is so sheltered that you could travel through most of the day if you wanted to. You just need to make sure that you can find a cave before evening, when the sun finally gets low enough to cast light below the shelf. You'll see Herring's Mouth about 2 weeks' journey. You know you're getting close when you'll start to see lots and lots of ships out in the ocean. Obviously, you'll need to hide the fact that you're a vampire, but don't worry about walking around the town at night. There's people up at all hours. Most of the eclectic researchers are likely to know where your goal is, especially if you like to stay up late. Worried they may not know their stuff, huh? Have you consulted experts on whatever this is before? That sounds rough. Looks like you've been searching for a while. Come to think of it, you are awfully young. Have you been searching since before you've got turned? Oh, that's determination. Not letting an undead curse stop you. I know it's discouraging traveling as a vampire. Most people will flee or attack you if they knew what you were. There's always hunters skulking about, and the sun is an ever-present threat. But it comes with advantages. You might eventually find that becoming a vampire was the best thing that could ever have happened to you, especially for the sake of your quests. It shouldn't be too long before you can shadow walk. You'll be able to travel blazingly fast the darker it is. During a new moon, you'll be able to get place in 3, maybe 4 times faster, and you'll be nearly invisible the whole time. Good for travel, but also good for sneaking around. If you're looking for something rare, Sneaking into places not open to the public ought to be a major boon. Yeah, see? Aside from that, there are plenty of other abilities. Vampires usually have 2 or 3 that are unique to them, like our weaknesses. Pay attention to your instincts. When you gain a new ability, you'll know deep down. For example, I can make people forget. It is awfully handy. Plenty of hunters have searched this inn for years. I could kill them, but it is much more effective to make them forget they found it. So many hunters have come back claiming they have never found the inn. They're starting to think it's a myth. But as a vampire traveler, there is one ability you don't need to wait for, and that is good sense. The most important thing for you to be is cautious and not take unnecessary risks. Do not trust the living, and don't travel anywhere unless you are sure you can reach shelter before sunrise, even if it means turning back the way you came. Better to try again the next night than burning to a crisp. Now, it won't be easy, as I'm sure you already understand. There's already plenty of dangers on the road, but lucky for you, I shall survive. Take a look at this. This baby is what I call an essential vampiric traveler's kit. Let me go over it with you. This is an outfit that will protect you from the sun. However, do not use this to travel during the day if you can help it. This is an emergency measure. You are still vulnerable if it gets any cuts or tears, and during the day you'll be nearly blind anyway. Also, it gets hotter than a dragon's armpit, so there's that. Emergency blood, of course. This is the kind that is enchanted to last. Do your best to hunt and keep this for when you cannot find anything. Now these right here, magic smoke bombs. Vampire hunters can't do a thing about them. This will give you time to run or sneak around behind them and slit their throats. Don't try this with an experienced hunter though. They get awfully used to fighting when they can't see. And lastly, a sleeping bag complete with a pillow stuffed with grave soil and a burial shroud. It won't be as restful as sleeping in the Red Fang Inn, but it should be a lot nicer than what you've been having, I'm sure. The whole bundle will cost you 3 coppers, since you're young. I need to make a living, but I'd rather live a little bit leaner than let you die out there. Sound good? Thank you. Here you go. And I'll throw in a couple of bottles of free blood too. So are you headed out right away? Nervous about hitting the road, huh? Yeah, I get that. It's a tough world out there. Tougher for our kind. But I have some advice for you. Don't ever think of yourself as a monster. Doesn't sound like survival advice, right? But it is. I see too many vampires give up when things get hard because deep down they think they're better off not existing. On the other hand, some end up doing horrible things that draw hunters to them like flies because they think they're supposed to be cruel. You are who you are. You don't deserve to die. You're not destined to be a tyrant. Do what you have to survive. Don't do more, and don't do less. Now, you may not be staying another day, but you're free to spend some more time in the main hall until you're ready to leave. I wouldn't recommend waiting too long. You'll want to be able to have some time to find shelter before morning. but there's nothing wrong with taking some time to work up your nerve. I'm going to help some other customers. Yes, I see you. If you decide to leave before I return, I bid you farewell. You have been a splendid customer, and I'm pleased I could help you begin your journey. Best of luck, my friend.